Okay, since the last time I had a little accident happening here in a lab. My microscope actually toppled over and damaged a little bit this part. Unfortunately, it was laying under and the microscope hit it. So what happened is this pin here, this brittle burned plastic cracked here. I'll make it sharper, as you can see. And as a result, this pin is very loose in it. This leg. Also, the microscope caused this wire to break. Unfortunately, I can't unwind this wire because it goes to under actually the, you see that coil thickness is seen here. So that wire goes from underneath. I may try to unwind it. We'll see how it goes. No, it's too hard. I don't want to break it. I will be in big trouble then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to retain this. It's not going to reach to the leg now. So I'm going to extend it. Actually, what I'll do, I'll solder a little bit of the thicker copper wire here, and then I will solder this thin wire to this thicker wire, and I'll have to fix this leg. Unfortunately, I created a little bit more job for myself, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to attack this leg first. It's still connected, so that's good. So what I will do, I'll do it in a particular way. First of all, I will try to find a little bit of the heat shrink tubing of the correct width, and then I'll try to actually squeeze that broken off bit by heat shrink tubing, and then I'll try to actually put some epoxy in it. Now that is going to be too thick. I'm looking for a white color, not that it matters too much, but if I have white of that of particular diameter, that will be better. If not, I will use any other color, perhaps even this yellow. I'm not sure if this yellow will go in. No, it's too narrow. How about this one? Yeah, that should cover that perfectly. The microscope I'm using, I'm very happy with, but it has one big fault. When it is maximum extended arm, when it has maximum extended arm at the wrong angle, the base doesn't hold it anymore. Therefore, the weight of the head just toppled that microscope before I could catch it. That's what happened. Okay, so I'll just put it on here. like so. Like so. Now shrink it now. That will hold it together. And now I'll use on top of it epoxy to stiffen it. Okay, so I'll just mix a little bit of the epoxy. I mentioned before that actually I'm using the silicone pad to mix the epoxy on, and as you will see, using silicone pad is very easy to remove the old epoxy. Just peels off, just like that. Okay, so that can go. Rest in pieces. And to clean the rest is very easy. I'll just use this blade like so. Okay, that's clean enough for another batch of epoxy. Could use some cleaning. It's okay, it's almost gone anyway. Right. A little bit of base. A little bit of hardener. A toothpick. Mix it together very well. I guess that's well enough. Right. Okay. Viscosity of it makes it harder to go in here, but it will flow. May as well cover that wire to protect it. It's going to be very, very solid. I don't think that actually the thickness of the epoxy will be in any way, but I can always trim it after it sets, if I will find that this is the problem. Yeah, that can cover this wire as well. Since I have more epoxy than I need, I can do it all around, just to reinforce it and then protect it. In fact, that I can cover the whole lot to protect it from any mechanical stress later. Since that coil was covered with that waxy paper I removed, I'm not going to bother with the waxy paper, of course. I'm going to just cover that with epoxy, since I have that already mixed and more than I needed to fix that leg. Okay, that looks alright. Like new. What I may need to do is just put that in some sort of holder, let it dry, and then I'll attack the second leg with the wire and all. I found the original springs. This one is this Burns spring covered with plastic. So actually clean it. For this I'll use this little copper brush. Not worried about that being spotless. What I want to do, I just want to remove all the traces of that molten plastic so it can work properly without being affected by anything stupid. Much cleaner. Okay, that is fine for what we need. Okay, so this is the original. This is not. This one looks the worst, so remove this. And I found a way how that can work. Oops, I don't want to lose it. Okay, so I do it like that, and then I rotate it. Here we go. It goes in very well. This one I may need to trim. It has one too many windings at the end, being much harder spring than the original. Okay, now let us see, because I don't think that all of them are needed. So how that is going to work, we got it like this. That's the original position of it, because this bit here has been melted, and as you can see it's corresponding here. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think we need this one. Doesn't do anything. Okay. All right, so we need one spring in here. That one has missing parts, so it's going to be a little bit harder to retain in there. But let's hope it will keep itself in once it's installed. All right. So we got those springs here. Now I need to remove this one and then trim one winding at the end because it is a little bit, it doesn't squeeze enough. It's a little bit too long. Okay, this one is one which I actually made or converted myself. Alright, so what we will do, we'll just lose one winding. So perhaps if I cut it off right here, that should do the trick. Like that. Right. So now, when we insert this, we need those contacts. Okay, and the contacts will have to be positioned like that, going inside here on this side. Yeah, okay. So if I remove this and squeeze that spring inside like so. Okay. If I bend it like so. Okay. One is installed. That needs to go like this. Come on. That needs to go like this. Like so. Okay. So this one is going to go like this. Like so. Okay. So if we insert that now like that, when actually the lever driven by the coil and electromagnet will move it to here, those contacts will engage. So this spring here will make sure that this lever goes all the way back. Okay, I need to clean that. Okay, that's flat. That's flat, and I may need to clean this bit here. I'm not sure if it is important or not, but just we'll cut it off. Oops, that blade is not sharp anymore. You can see actually the edge of it is started to curl. That's okay. For what I need here, it's fine. Okay, that should be all right. So we can put it back. This one needs a little help. May cut that hole a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's starting to push it. As you can see, this is the part which I actually epoxied earlier. It's pretty hard now, and it looks okay. Provides actually the enough strength for it. Inside it looks like this, but I need to widen that hole a little bit. This one here, I'll just virtually clean it. Okay. Okay. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, I'll here I'll do this one as well. Okay. Looks all right. Okay, I may still remove a little bit here. That looks okay. Should be enough. Just double check that nothing has changed here. No, that's okay. Those legs are a little bit crooked. This one is probably out of whack internally, that's why it is preventing from sliding properly. Okay, I may need to open that again. Okay, what is problem with you? Looks like you're in a position now. All the other ones are alright. Good. Take 133. This one is moving good, but this still didn't lock properly. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it is how it is. I think it is. Right. Okay. Okay, looks like this part is done. I've attached actually this lever to the spring. And while it will be supported here, it will work something like that. Okay. Okay, so I had a little break for food. In the meantime, that pin has, that epoxy has solidified. It's very solid. It's nice and shiny here, well protected. So what I'm going to attack now is just to solder this little wire back to this leg. For this, I'm going to use a little bit of that wire. Snip a little bit of it. Clean it with, I'll scrape this enamel of the copper so it solders nicer. I think that's enough. Right, so a little bit of flux. Just to thin it. Actually, I might put that flux here. That leg has quite a big thermal mass, so it takes time before it actually heats up properly. Okay, that's thinned enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to solder it to here. Come on. like so. And now I'm going to solder this thin wire to it. I'll clean it with isopropyl alcohol from all the burnt flux. While it's still warm, it's much easier to do it. Okay. I can cut off this thicker wire here. Okay. And I can resolder that smaller wire. The thin wire to the thick one. Need to put something underneath, like so. It should go in the channel underneath there. Come on. Here we go, like that. Yeah. Give it a little bit of solder here. Flux would help. Okay. Take this wire here closer and solder it. A little bit more flux. Yep, I think it is okay. So clean it with isopropyl alcohol gently. Actually using very soft brush, which is here. The brush is just falling apart. It's okay, I got a few more. That doesn't need to be that much cleaned, but I'm just paranoid, I guess. Okay. That's good. So I'll just cover that with epoxy, like the other leg, to make sure it is safe. Okay, that'll do. Okay. It's a little of the base. A little bit of hardener. Toothpick. And mix it. Redoing the bit which I missed before. A little bit more here, perhaps. I don't need to do it actually, but I have still some of that epoxy, mixed epoxy left, so I may as well use it up. wait for it to harden. And then we assemble everything. Okay, so looks like this epoxy dried up enough. It's still soft, but I guess it dried up enough. This camera here is absolutely hopeless. It has no focus setup, would you believe? None at all. So I don't know what I can do. It is very blurry. It's better than anything, I guess. Or nothing. Right, so this one is set up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to check for continuity if we have still good connection throughout that coil. In the diode mode. Yes, it is continuous, as you can see in the top corner. Okay, so that's good. Right, so what we can do, we can start assembling that. That goes through here. And through here. And those two pins go through here. Okay, something is in the way. It's just here. That's okay. I'll try to ask it to go through. That's better. That's better. Like that. Like that. That's okay. It's still a little bit more to come here. Okay. I guess that's it. This is as far as it can come. Okay, so just the retaining pins or clips. To hold it all together. Like so. Another one. Like so. Okay, we will check if it does work. I'm going to put some crocodile clips. On. Go to continuity mode. And then we'll see. That works. That works. That works. That works. And this one we need to check with diode mode. Just to, yeah. So this one is still okay. Right, so it looks like this coil is going to work, this relay. I'm going to install it on a board. Now, that goes like this. This is the burnt side, which is to be burned. And this one is burnt corner, so I assume that it goes like that. Now it will be a task to align all those pins and holes, especially that they don't want to come in very easily. Okay, some of them already going through, that's good. This one need to move a little bit across. This one goes through alright, this one goes through alright, so the last two need to move a little bit across. Well, this one is bent alright, so no wonder it doesn't want to go through. We'll just ask it politely. I don't want to be too harsh because those legs are a little bit fragile now. Okay, that will go. And that should go in as well. Here we go. Just like that. All of them are in. Very good. I'll use the thicker flux. Okay, now since this part here is missing, I'm going to actually solder a little bit of retaining jumper here, so it holds it in place. But first I'm going to just solder that whole relay in place so it is held firmly. I think it is time to turn on my fume extractor. It's going to be a little bit noisy, but all that looks alright. It doesn't matter that those things are breached because those legs are, I mean, those pins are the same legs anyway, so it may retain that a little bit more securely. Right, jumpers. Too long. Something like that, perhaps. It's nice and thick. Yep, that will do it nicely. Like that. So I think that will be strong enough. I'll just breach all of them so they are the same. Okay, done. Okay, so just cleaning it. first I try to absorb as much as possible of the thicker flux on the tulips, and then I'll clean it with the brush. Turn on the fuel extractor and off. That's much better. Okay, and the rest we'll do with the brush. Like new. And on this side, I'm not sure what kind of voltage comes to here and where, so I'm not going to connect it to any power supply to check it. I've checked it manually and it should work. Coil is continuous, so it should work. Okay, that looks presentable. Job done.